Yeah, it's Crow, and I already said I'm not even mad, and I fully support DC doing this with their garbage film, The Flash. Elliot Page is being considered to replace Ezra Miller. Now, look, I've already said I don't think that Elliot Page would be a good fit for that role. I just personally do not see it. But then again, it's not like I'm a fan of the actor or anything. I will say this though. The reason, first off, I think this entire article might just be like clickbait. And because all I hear is like it's a rumor, people are talking about it, and like I did a video when people were like on Twitter saying like, "Oh, Elliot Page would be a great replacement," and I'm going like, "Well, do it, just do it, just do it." But if they're seriously considering it, let's just be real here. Elliot Page, for better or for worse, has had their name out in the public quite often, especially recently, because they've recently transitioned, and it's kind of a big deal, right? And when I say it's kind of a big deal, I mean you're talking about the Flash film where Ezra Miller has shielded themselves behind their non-binary identity to avoid a ton of criticism. And I'm sure, Warner Brothers is sitting there going like, well, he hasn't been charged with, let's use they, them. Well, they haven't been charged with a crime. So, like, if we fire them, they'll accuse us of being anti-LGBT. So I mean, like, the obvious solution to that problem would be let's fire the non-binary person. Let's hire somebody else to take over the role that's from that community, right? I know. I know it sounds like super cynical and everything, but let's be real. We're talking about companies that for 1 month of the year run around and parade themselves with rainbows, and then for the rest of the year kind of like, scrub their hands as clean as they can. Let's read through the article. I don't think it's I don't think it's serious in the sense that, like, I don't know if, I really don't feel like we're going to get an announcement that this is happening. I really feel like Warner Brothers has kind of it's unfortunate. Okay, so Ezra Miller has been accused of many terrible and awful things, including doing things with children, but the Flash film has been filmed in its entirety, and Ezra Miller is all over that film, right? So they could replace him, but then they're back to square one, essentially, and they're going to have to hodgepodge a movie together. I really do not believe Warner Brothers is going to do that. I think that their hope is the news stories and the outrage and everything is small, and it's contained to only people researching it online. I think that their hope is that they can drop the movie before Ezra Miller does something else, that makes him like a household name. Because let's be honest, as famous as the guy is, as well known as some of these stories are, it does feel like it's been contained to like a particular area of the internet, where I don't think you have very many outlets that really, really want to dive deep into this guy. Because again, Ezra Miller is someone who does shield themselves behind being non-binary. All right, let's just read through the article. Someone might be in the conversation to replace Ezra Miller in the role of the Flash, even though Warner Bros. Discovery has made it perfectly clear through their inaction that they are sticking with the powder keg of an actor, and it's the unorthodox candidate of Elliot Page. I think I even showed this tweet in the video where people were talking about it on Twitter. And I'm just like, nah, I just don't see it, but let's keep going. An insider who has the ear of geekosity tells the site that although no discussions with Page have begun, the trans actor is someone Warner Bros. Discovery will look at for the role. However, that is only once the Flash movie has been released and done whatever kind of business it can. The plan is still to release the movie in theaters and recoup any losses from the investment. Flash already cost the studio $200 million. Okay, all right, there we go. Further reshoots that would replace Miller digitally will cost an extra $200. Yeah, wow, okay. I don't think that they're going to do it. Like, I think that, you know, they will replace Ezra Miller moving forward because Warner Brothers already said that they're done working with the actor. But yeah, I didn't think they were going to replace him for the Flash film. But yeah, I could definitely see after that movie drops that they fire him officially and officially rehire, you know, hire on Elliot Page. Because again, you can't be accused of being anti-LGBT if you fired the non-binary person, but then replaced them with a trans female to male. I mean, like, it would not be something that Ezra Miller could try to throw in their face and use against them. Because again, even though Ezra Miller has been accused of doing terrible and awful things with children, he has more fans than Amber Heard, the domestic abuser, does, which is wild to me. I'm not saying domestic abuse is a good thing. What I'm saying is, you know, child abuse is kind of worse, and there's like multiple instances where this guy's been accused of this of doing this shit. But according to the leaks from test screenings, he also plays a third Barry who is ultimately the evil responsible for messing up the multiverse. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, so that's what I thought. They said he's all over the film, and you can kind of see like two different versions of him right here. Yeah, if he's playing three different versions of himself in the film, including the main villain, then yeah, they can't feasibly replace Ezra Miller without reshoot. I think they have to reshoot the entire film, and it's just not going to happen. And that's why I think that you gotta like just boycott this film when it comes out and refuse to watch it. And by boycott, I don't mean like start petition. I mean, there's already petitions. I mean, like, just don't go see this fucking film. Recasting equals reshooting, and reshooting equals the same original movie budget that brings The Flash to at least $400 million price tag. They won't break even. Miller and the quagmire of scandals that include multiple arrests, harassment. We've been through this before. Look, I don't think that you should be dropping a film where your lead is a pedophile or an alleged pedophile on a film that is targeted towards children. It just seems like a terrible idea. And if I thought for even half a second that supporting Elliot Page as replacing the Flash would stop that from happening, I would do it in a heartbeat. Like, I absolutely would. Because as much as I don't think that they're a good fit for the role, anyone is better than Ezra fucking Miller.